I know we've got some people that are in cars in the traffic. We've got people that are in different offices right now live streaming the meeting. So I do want to say thank you to those of you that we're able to make it here live. Right now, we are in building mode for the summer, and I am so excited for what's about to go down. I've had the opportunity to meet with some different managers already for their one-on-one planning sessions, and it's just, the more and more I look at everything, like the more excited I get. And I think about for us as a division, as a group of leaders, you know, with our managers, your managers, you know, our goal with GCK is to really develop the highest quality leaders in and out of Vactor, champions in and out of the business. By the way, you're going to hear this over and over and over and over again because this is what we're about. You know, GCK, our hashtag is we breed champions, all right? And not just at selling knives, although we're really great with that, but champions all over in every part of life, in every industry. And my goal is, again, everyone going through here, they're able to really make an impact long term. Two main objectives when we train people, you guys know, is one, financial success, and second is really an unmatched experience. That when you guys go interview places and they see your resume, they're like, what? Because of these leadership opportunities that you had at 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. To be a management intern at, you know, 18, you're like, yeah, I'm an assistant manager for a multi-million-dollar company. Like, your resume is ridiculous. And not just having the opportunity to have that management internship, you know, this summer, but also having the opportunity to line yourself up for an entrepreneurship internship next year. You know, and that's really exciting. And right now we have all of our guys, we've got 20 offices opening up. So they're all right now office searching. They're all getting everything ready. We have an all-day meeting next Friday that we have. So they were all excused from this. I really wanted this event to be for our up-and-comers, you know, our future assistant managers, the future leadership team for our division, for our people, and we're super excited about that. But we want to set you guys up. We want to set you guys apart, and you know, knowing that coming from GCK, like, that means something. You know, when you say at the event next week, those of you who get a chance to be invited to kickoff, or for those of you that get a chance to go to Denver, and we're going to have, you know, managers representing us from all over the division at the Denver boot camp. And they say, hey, where are you from? You're like, oh, I'm from GCK. And they're like, oh. And they know, all right? They know. The last event we were all together was back in August. CFC in Austin, and let me tell you, we dominated. GCK dominated that stage, and all the guys who were there will tell you it was just GCK, GCK, GCK. And it feels pretty awesome to be part of an organization that's so great. You know, for any of you, this is your first time, and if it's not, you should be able to recite this for me. We have 5 pillars of GCK that we are built upon, and the first one is class and professionalism. You know, and just how we treat people, how you dress, how you carry yourself. You know, there's a work hard, party hard for sure when we're working with young people, and we love to have a great time, but there's a time and place for it as well. And so making sure that we are with the example when we go to these events, and those of you who get invited to these events, that you're really representing that. You know, the second thing is fundamentals excellence. You know, do you have your basics down? Do you have your foundations down? We're going to give you guys some tips today. Eric Ward, our Hall of Fame manager, is going to give you some keys for the phones. You know, have you mastered the basics when it comes to your phones? Mary Lou's actually going to give you guys some tips on virtual demos and rocking virtual demos and making it really simple where you don't even do the demo, you just do the closing. You build rapport and you close, all right? So she's gonna show you guys, we'll put it on, the video does everything for you, and it's just you being excited and having fun with your customers. We're gonna, you know, NBR is gonna go through and walk you guys through some tips to just reviewing Facebooking for demos and really getting your base together for the summer, but it starts now. And we've got a push period for summer kickoff. It started yesterday for these 2 weeks. We're going to be, you know, recognizing top individuals. We have our, you know, high standards of sales performance. We have a contest happening for these next 2 weeks for compensation towards your gas if you're driving. You know, those who will get invited to go to Denver, or for free flights, you know, and for any that are not able to because they don't qualify at the level to attend that event, you'll just get some cash money to use for gas, for demos, for going out to eat, you know, like having a fun date night, whatever you want, all right? So we're really excited about that. Fourth thing is explosive team building. And I'm going to talk about that later. I'm going to recognize we've got some people from our division right now. They're all representing on the Southwest region. There's 6 different regions, and we've got some awesome representation in the top 10 right now. And this summer, my goal is that half of the winners from the entire region, all right, which are 6 divisions of powerhouse offices, that half of the scholarship winners come from GCK, both in the sales category and both in the team builder category. And it's going to be really exciting to see that. I'm super pumped to see people grow and develop. The 5th is commitment to growth and contribution. And it was just so great. I walked by just a moment ago and I heard Jordan saying to me, hey, what are you doing to grow yourself? You know? And I was like, yes. When I heard that, I was like, that's what I want, people who are focused on growth, who are focused on being the best version of themselves. So hearing Jordan saying that to Matt Cotton when I walked by, I was like, heck yeah, that's something that we want to be about. People growing, improving, learning, for the future, to make you better fathers, mothers, make you better leaders in and out of the business, but just being a better person overall, that's what it's all about. I want to recognize from last time, I know these guys are at school right now. Goose was stuck over in Southeast trying to find a ride all day yesterday, but Olivia, Goose, and Cheyenne won the push period for last time, being the top 3 representatives. So they will be getting a steak knife to add to their set, which I know they were super excited about. And then we had a push performance for different levels. And the first level was for 3,000. And we had 4 winners at the 3,000 level who won a cheese knife for last month's push performance for our competition we had for the 2 weeks. And our top push performer who's in class right now, and we'll be recognizing, she'll be here tomorrow, Olivia, who won all 3 levels, tabbed $8,800 for the 2-week period that she sold. So just shy of winning the highest VIP night, but did a great job around a full-time school schedule and full-time work. So phenomenal job. For us right now as a division, it's all about that quest of building the $10 million division. And just a thrill 10 mil and a silver cup. How soon are we going to get there? Is it going to be this year? Is it going to be next year? And let me tell you, we've got some phenomenal things in place to build towards that this year. And I want to recognize first, right now, annual standings. And then I want to walk through this past week's regional standings with the newsletter for those who haven't seen it. But we, right now, GCK is number 5 in the nation out of all divisions. We are just shy, $3,000 short, by the way, of being in the number 4 spot. Our goal by the end of March was to be at the number 3 spot. So we are a little bit behind pace, but it's all about right now in April and playing catch up. And the goal was definitely by the end of the spring to be in top 3 as we went into the summer, and then it's go time. It's going to be head to head. We're going to bring some big things as a division for the summer. I'm super excited about that. So I want to recognize we've got some top performers, people who are live streaming throughout our division right now in the race. If you guys look here for Silver Cup, Sales Rep Silver Cup, excuse me, here's the newest standings. We have Francisco Herrera, who's at the number 2 spot for the Elite League in the Sales Rep Silver Cup. And so super exciting to see that. And by the way, full-time student at HBU with an intense workload with mathematics and physics that he's going through. So he doesn't have an easy walk in the park schedule and doing an absolutely phenomenal job. So congrats to him. We also have in the Rising Star League number 16, Daniel from our Northeast office. And I know those guys are live streaming. But number 16 in the nation right now. By the way, high school senior who is getting ready to open his own office this summer. He will be the first person in GCK history and this area's history to be a high school senior accepted into our entrepreneurship internship. So he will be running his own office this summer. After high school, each day this week, he's been going office searching to find an office space, to negotiate a lease, to sign, to be an official business owner at age 17. And not a lemonade stand, okay? But running a company for a multi-million-dollar organization. I think that's pretty hot, all right? So we got some great things cooking. In the CSP level, we've got some representation. Number 10, Justin Ledford in the Elite League for CSPs. And at district offices, I want to recognize we've got 3 district offices currently in the top 20 for the company. We've got Jordan and the Galleria organization at number 9 in the nation. And by the way, there are several hundred offices throughout North America. So really awesome to see that. We got Jacob Kinnamore. I know we're live streaming down in Corpus, and the Corpus team, phenomenal job, guys. Number 17 in the nation right now for the spring campaign. And we've got the College Station team also. Number 23, Cody Rose and the College Station team. And I know they've got some big plans to finish April in a big, big way. So as you guys know, April for us started yesterday, even though it's not officially April till Friday. For the company calendar, it is the month of April. It's the last month of the spring campaign. It's the last month for you guys to hit President's Club. And if you don't know what President's Club is, talk to your managers, see what level. It's $4,000 you'd have to sell for this month. And you get a hand-signed letter of recommendation from the president of our company saying what a butt kicker you are, and you should be accepted into any program, any internship, any school, any job because of the characteristics that you embody to be a top performer with a direct sales company. And you guys can feel dang good about that. So I would get excited about talking to your managers and saying, hey, what do I need to do? Like, can you help me make a plan so I can get my President's Club letter? And by the way, I believe it included 4,000, Eric, am I correct, with last month and this month's sales, correct? I think it's 8,000 since January, 6,000 since February, 4,000 between March and April sales to qualify at President's Club letter. So any sales you had for the month of March also count towards that $4,000. But if you were starting from scratch, you'd be there. So you're already almost there, Rick. So Rick's at about 3,300 right now. So hopefully with this week's sales, boom, you got your President's Club letter. So that's pretty hot. So congratulations for that. And then, guys, right now, Southwest. This was last month. Let me show you guys this. Check this out so you can feel really good and prideful about where you come from. Last month, February week 2, when we met, all right, Southwest region was at 3.3 million, $1 million ahead of the number 2, all right? Check this out. As of last Friday, Southwest is now $2 million ahead of the number 2. So we didn't just like keep our lead, we went $1 million more ahead of the number 2. So we are going after another Silver Cup as a region. Super excited to be a part of that process as we go towards it. Right now, campaign to date in our offices, I want to recognize we've got Justin Ledford from Houston Galleria, the #1 rep right now on GCK. We got Frank Delgado down in Corpus, #2 rep. Francisco, full-time student over at HBU at the #3 spot right now. Taylor Wadehofer, who's been vacationing most of the spring and getting ready to tear it up in these next 8 months here with this realtor program. At #4, got Mr. Jack Whitty, a full-time student, doing this on the side with realtor orders. At #5, 4 division. #6, Isaac Garcia, our fair and show coordinator. #7, Mr. Jonathan Schmitz, open as our market coordinator, top representative currently out of the College Station office, #1 in College Station. We've got KP at the #8 spot from West Houston. Mr. Lanzetta, who's been doing a lot of coaching and getting ready for a big year, supporting our division, as well as personally coaching people outside of Cutco and selling some knives, helping lead our military bases, our Army bases. So super excited about that. #9 in the other, #10 in the other room. Chav is tearing it up right now, trying to finish in the top 5 for the scholarship race for this fall. So he's working very hard, definitely wants to be in the top 10, and he's been All-American Scholarship winner every campaign last spring, summer, and fall, and going for another scholarship this spring as he finishes off the semester. #11, James Rushing, student at A&M as well. #2, representative in the College Station office for the year. #11 in our division. #12, Daniel, high school senior. #12 in the entire division around his school schedule. Pretty hot, all right? I think it's pretty cool to say as a high school senior in your first 3 months of the year that he already made over $5,500 in his pocket working part-time around high school. That's pretty awesome to say to people. #13, our #3 rep in College Station. #13 in Gulf Coast, Mr. Chad representing up there. We've got Goose and Cheyenne from Southeast. Cheyenne's back at school at Texas Tech, and Goose struggling to get over here, but both of these guys, 2 of our top 3 push performers for the last push period, also currently #14 and 15 for our division. We've got Miss Veronica in Northeast. I know those guys are live streaming over there. #16 in our division. Philippe, full-time student over at A&M, #17 in the division. Will, who's over at UT right now, not selling, did that during the break and looking forward to coming back and tearing stuff up this summer. Mr. Gonzalez, fantastic job, number 19. Just actually invested in himself, was down at Tony Robbins' event, really focusing on personally growing himself. I know he's back and he's ready to kick some butt. We just locked down his lease. We're going to finalize everything tomorrow for his North Corpus branch this summer. So he'll be doing his entrepreneurship internship this summer, currently number 19 around school and office duty. So phenomenal job. Number 20, Johnny. Coming back into the swing of things, getting ready to be a dad, getting set up to start working and helping develop, teaming up with Taylor to help develop our realtor program here at Houston. Super excited to have him back on the boards and currently number 20 spot for the spring. Miss Haley up at Northeast, phenomenal job at the 21 spot. We've got Mr. Trace, who also will be watching the live stream. Trace, number 22 in Gulf Coast right now, who is a high school student as well. Very involved with football practices, and right now they have spring training and a lot of things going on with church. Doing a great job on meeting with him tomorrow for a PC and just really balancing how to finish off strong and really end up in the top 25 for the spring. Joe Wager, who's over at school right now at UT, he'll be back selling part-time this summer around his internships and really taking advantage of the income opportunity where you can work part-time and make a full-time income with Cutco, which is pretty awesome. Think about when you make 30%, you could work one day and have a grand day, and you made $300, in one day. And your friends would have to work all week, working full time to earn $300. I think that's pretty sweet. And then Miss Leanne Storm, mother of 3, down at Clear Lake, number 25 in our office. So congratulations to everybody there. And I want to recognize this past week, we had 17 people on the newsletter, okay, from GCK. By the way, the goal this week, 25. So we're looking for 8 more people. So if you were on the newsletter last week, stay on it. If you weren't on this newsletter, get on it. But the goal is for Gulf Coast to have 18 people. And I want to recognize our top performers this past week. Outside of we had all of our CSPs representing on the reports, but number 20 for the week, again, high school senior Daniel, $3,300 last week. Sales performance around getting ready to open his office and graduating from high school. So again, very, very phenomenal job. Exciting stuff there. So he was the number 4 assistant manager in the entire region and number 1 non-CSP rep in Gulf Coast as a high school student. Also, so he was number 4 representative in all of Southwest, number 1 in our division. He was number 2 assistant manager in all of Southwest. So pretty awesome. And then top offices, we had our office in the number 4 spot, Eric Ward number 8, Jordan number 9, and Cody number 10. 4 of the top 10 offices in the entire Southwest region coming from Gulf Coast. All right. So phenomenal job to the representation. So I want to recognize the 17 people on the newsletter. Aside from our CSP team and Daniel that we recognize, we had Johnny, we had Brianna from Houston Galleria office. Fantastic job representing the reports. We had Josh Williamson, West Houston, representing on the reports. We had Margaret Clark from College Station. Fantastic job getting on the regional report. Mr. Chavez with a $2,000 week in West Houston. We had Mr. James Rushing in College Station representing on the reports. Rick Rivkin from Houston Galleria also representing, boom, on the reports. So congratulations to you. Mr. KP on the reports. Kyle Rogers, who's out office searching, found a top option right now. Miss Leanne Storm on the regional reports, and Mr. Mike Lanzetta. So goal is, with the tools we give you guys today and the phone gym we go over, how many more of you guys will be on that? So Rick getting on it again, and how many of the rest of you guys will be on the newsletter that next week that we're going to be recognizing for being over $1,000 in sales performance to get onto the newsletter. So the goal, 25 people over $1,000 for Gulf Coast this next week. Cool? Who's going to get onto that report? So we need 2 to 3 from every office getting onto that report. And we're looking for some offices that can have 5, 7 or more, all right? But 2 to 3 from every office. Can you be one of those people representing to help us get that done? And again, don't forget, you're from GCK. That definitely means something. So I want to walk through, I want to thank, by the way, those of you who helped this past month. I know we've had some contributions already for Angel Wings and we'll be talking about that at our kickoff, next week. But people can contribute $20, $40, $100. You can buy a brick for $500 or $1,000. And these are building, and those are bricks back there, but these are going to be on the floor at the actual clinic, the medical clinic, which is really more of a mini hospital that we have over in Haiti. By the way, grand opening, we scheduled the date will be in March of next year, 2017. So our goal is this year to raise enough funds that this fall we can finish everything and have the grand opening next year. So we're gonna have some fun contests this summer as we build towards that. And you guys can get sponsorships from customers and share with them, what they're a part of and what they're building, all right? So one of the big things that's gonna make this year happen is really what we do this summer. And everything we're doing now is momentum into the summer. And so I want to say again, congratulations to you guys for being here now, versus later, because you've already put yourself ahead of other people to really create more opportunities for yourself. For next year's program for GCLA, we will have 200 people is the number that I'm looking at. I want 200 people accepted into GCLA. And these are people that embody the characteristics we're looking for. And so I'm looking for 200 individuals. Some of them went through it this past year, and so they'll be reaccepted, while others will be new people, all right? And this summer, we're gonna have a lot of students come through our organization. We have 29 offices open in GCK this year, so almost a 30% growth from last year, which is super exciting. We're gonna have many, many more people who are excited about hooking up their resumes, being a part of something big, giving back. And I want people that really live this out. The 4 agreements is something that our DM team and our branch team has talked about, being impeccable with your word, not taking things personally, not making assumptions, and always doing your best. Can you be someone who exemplifies those things? As I talk to your managers, those are things I'm going to look for. I'm like, what's the character of this individual? Are they someone that always does their best? Like they work hard, they're honest people. They don't make assumptions. They don't take things personally, but they're always looking to grow and help grow other people. Those are the type of leaders we want to have here. And I think about, for those of you who are like, well, why GCLA? Why should I fight to get in that? What are you doing to stand out? We've talked about this time and time again, but what are you doing to stand out? This is not just a Cutco thing. This is something that's used in curriculums across the nation. It's a requirement at Purdue for graduation. You cannot graduate from Purdue University as a business student marketing major without taking the Cutco class. It is required, by the way. And it's used in the curriculum at NC State, Boston College, Babson, Illinois State, among many other schools. They have this integrated into the curriculum because of what the students are learning. And you can talk to your managers more about that. We have 6 professors that are part of our academic advisory board that really help us improve our programs. And we're excited about teaching students these skills. And this is the top 10 skills Forbes stated this past year that employers were looking for. When you came in, Rick, for an interview, they're like, all right, does this kid have? And they looked for ability to work in a team structure, ability to make decisions and solve problems, ability to communicate verbally with people inside and outside the organization, ability to plan, organize, and prioritize work, ability to do any of these things. Do you guys learn any of these things here, by the way? Yeah, heck yeah, right? Ability to obtain and process information, ability to analyze quantitative data. And those of you who get excited for assistant manager roles, those are things you will be doing. Technical knowledge related to the job. That'll be different for every field. Proficiency with computer software programs, ability to create or edit written reports, again, on the admin side of things, and as a manager, those are things that you learn. And lastly, ability to sell and influence others, So again, feel awesome about what you guys are gaining here. But know that only on average, 7 per office will be accepted into the program when you look at the 29 offices. So can you get ahead now? Because this summer, most of our offices will be adding 80, 100, 150, or 200 plus people into our organizations for our summer work programs. Whether they work our 5 to 6 week programs, or they work summer A, summer B, full summer, or just short term for 1 or 2 weeks, these individuals can put themselves in a position to be able to go after these internships for next year. Can you guys be ahead of them? Can you set yourselves apart during the month of April to be one of the 7 from your office? And I hope your office has way more. You guys have just so many great people that I have to be like, Lloyd, we need more space. We can't just open 35 offices next year, which is our goal. We need more people. So this summer, we're opening 20 offices this summer. And guys, that means we're filling, right now we're looking for 125 assistant managers that'll be promoted in the next 2 months. Cool? All through April and May, we'll be doing promotions at our June 1st division meeting. Some people will get promoted earlier. I know we have some promotions happening next week. I know we have some promotions happening in May. What can you do to talk to your manager? And I would write that down. Ask your manager, what do I need to do to get a management internship this summer? I would be asking that, because there are guys who have not even started yet, okay? And they're gonna beat you out. I'm sorry, but if I'm already here, like, I don't want some newbie beating out or taking my position. You know, I played sports for a long time and I had a starting spot. I don't want some new guy coming over or new person on our club team taking my starting spot. Like, I was here first. So, you know, take advantage of that. Ask your manager so you can make a plan and do the right things over these next 2 months and say, what do I need to do to get a management internship? I want to be one of the people that gets a management internship this summer. First thing that comes to mind for me as a division manager that I can tell you is, are you putting yourselves in the right circles? You need to make sure you have people that you're learning from. So clinging on to the top leaders in your office, clinging on to your managers. So you have people you're learning with, not just within your office, but throughout the division. You're like, hey, let's challenge each other and let's learn together and let's grow together. And you guys are learning together. And then do you have people that you're actually coaching, that you're teaching, that you're guiding? You know, do those people exist in your circles as well? And I really want to encourage you guys to make sure you're taking advantage of all this. A big event that's coming up, and you can also jot that down, ask your manager what you need to do to get to the National Sales and Service event, is there's a boot camp happening in Denver, Colorado. And this boot camp, by the way, there's going to be advanced training on selling, service call training, skills and certification, phone skills, financial training, lead generation, business planning, assistant manager training, demo training, cookware, time management, closing, virtual demo. And by the way, this is not just like by other random reps. These are by two of the big speakers and trainers at this event, by the way, are two of the best in our company, period. Multiple Silver Cup, Mr. Curtis. We have Josh Muller, who is the national sales trainer with our events program. These are the best of the best in the field. We're going to be putting this event together for you guys. So to be at this event, you have to be over $10,000 to attend it, and talk to your managers. What do I need to do in the next couple weeks to get myself on pace for it? Because we all know that you typically are going to be performing at the level where the people you hang out around. So can you get yourself in a circle of influence where your friends are all, you know, 50K, 100K, or $1 million, $2, $3 million type representatives that you got a chance to hang out with, rub elbows with, and be learning from the best. And that's what this event's going to get a chance to produce. So you can carpool there. There'll be some carpools going up to Colorado. It's a nice, fun road trip, 15-hour road trip up there. And then there's going to be some people flying. And so whether you want to take a car, and I remember my first event, by the way, I road trip from Miami, Florida, up to the top of North Carolina. We had about a 15-hour, and we had a blast in the car. We had a good group of people, and we had a lot of fun going to the event. We got a ton from it. But you can also fly, and flights are pretty cheap right now. We found flights for $100, some for $200, whatever. And so depending where you're coming from, where you're flying out of, we've got some pretty cheap flights happening. So $2,500 between sales this week that started yesterday and next week. All right, so the next 2 weeks, $2,500 for the summer kickoff push will get you a $40 contribution. Cool? Towards your gas or towards your flight, whatever you want it to go towards. $3,500 sold. And this is all assistant managers, all representatives are eligible for this. $3,500 between this week and next week, $80 contribution towards your gas or towards your flight. And $5,000, you're flying for free, all right? So we're going to kick off, and again, Eric's about to come up here in just a moment and give you guys some killer phone tips. The most important thing that can happen this week is the phone jam today. So he's going to give you killer stuff on the phone on phone tips. Mary Lou's going to show you the new virtual demo. So all of you guys have lists of people that you can contact that live elsewhere and rocking those virtual demos, all right? And even from home. For those of you guys, if you have car issues or like Goose, you're stuck and you can't get anywhere, using this virtual demo program to rock your sales. No excuses. Everybody can sell. So I don't care what issues you have, what car issue you have, whatever. Utilize what Mary Lou goes over. And then to get more leads and more appointments, you know, MBR is going to be going over using, you know, Facebook as a networking tool, calling your top 5 past customers to get permissions so that you can really capitalize on this. All right. So last couple things I want to recognize our team builder. Our team builders right now, we've got Chavez at the #2 spot. in the Southwest region for the Team Builder Scholarship from our organization. We have Jacob Gonzalez in Corpus Christi, awesome job, number 5 right now in the region. We have Dylan Creekmore, number 6 in the Southwest region, representing for West Houston currently. And we've got some people, by the way, we have 2 more individuals in the top 15 spots. Now, to count for this, you have to have 3 people that you recommended to the position in order for you to count for this, all right? So make sure to talk to your managers with that so we can help you guys out. And I'm excited to kick off our teaching portion right now to really help you guys increase sales. And we know that we can give you guys a lot of sales tools. We can give you sales skills. But at the end of the day, more appointments equals more sales, you know? And we're going to give you skills to help you guys out with that. But I think it's really important to understand and have extra tools to really master what it takes to be a top performer. So I want to bring up those live streaming. We're going to be on a different live stream for the teaching portions. But I want to bring up Mr. Eric.